Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook family and friends. Happy Saturday morning. It is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful Southern California day. Beautiful patchy clouds. What a beautiful day. So this one is Wisdom Walk number 48. I felt bad. Wisdom Walk number 48. I felt bad. Wow, it seems like we've gone through this little journey together. I know I'm gonna have a Wi-Fi issue, so let me fix that real. Yep, I should be back. So, again, Wisdom Walk number 48. I felt bad. Had a tough day yesterday, and it's kind of interesting sometimes. You guys know, if you've been following me and following some of the posts I make, I'm like the king of typos. One of my friends always corrects me whenever they see me make a typo, and she says, "You're always making these typos." She goes, "Correct these things." And I always tell her, I said, my brain works faster than my fingers. And sometimes when I go back, I catch it right away, but sometimes I just don't. I guess I have ADD or whatever it is, but I really don't spend a lot of time watching what I type. It's in my brain. I put it through and it's gone. But it's funny. I don't know what point I was just trying to make. I just lost my point. I don't know what point I was just trying to make. See, same thing happens here because my brain was onto something else. Anyway, so I felt really bad yesterday, and I had a tough day yesterday, which normally I don't. You guys know I'm all about positivity, but hey, I'm human. Oh, that's the point I was trying to make. My friend goes, yeah, just go ahead and leave the typos. That makes you human. So I went, well, yesterday definitely made me human because I had a really tough day. I had a tough day because, and it's kind of funny to say this, but I'm just real. I'm just gonna be real. The Queen's car, a couple of days ago, the sunroof wouldn't close all the way on her S550. And I went, she says, "Hey, can you get the sunroof to close in my car?" And I'm like, sure. So normally I would call the dealer, and again, this is where I used to work years and years ago, seems like a lifetime ago, but they'll send a car, pick up her car, drop off a car, go service her car, and bring it back. But when I called the guy, I told him what it was. He says, well, it's probably just a quick sensor, and I didn't want to go through all that. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just drive down to you guys. I haven't been there in a long time. So I drove down there and found out that a rail or something in the car is broken. And it's like $4,500 to fix it. I'm like, to fix a sunroof? $4,500? I'm like, you guys are crazy. So I got all upset and I went, I don't want the car anymore. So I'm gonna get her a new car. So I decided, I'm like, well, let me see what I want to do. What type of car? I think this is like S-Class number 9 for her, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, she's had like 9 of them. I don't know why she doesn't change models. So I'm like, maybe I should change it up a little bit, but let me go back to the feeling bad part. So I'm sitting there, I'm going, it like really threw me. Good morning, how are you?
Good, Clay. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. Good to see you.
Likewise.
The garden's looking good.
It's coming along.
I know. I'm gonna come at night and pick some vegetables.
I'll have baskets for you. Right?
Oh, I appreciate that. Take care. So I don't know why it just really affected me. I was just really upset over a car yesterday. I don't know why. And last night I went out with I kind of mentor this group. The Queen calls them my vegan group. They're all vegan, and I've been kind of watching them, helping them, and watching them grow. And they're doing fantastic. I'll go through that in a minute. But one of them said something to me last night that kind of put everything in perspective. They're like, you're upset because a sunroof in your car doesn't close. And in fact, they made the comment, they went, a sunroof in your $100,000 car doesn't close. There are people that are upset and hungry right now because they can't buy a meal. But you're upset because your sunroof can't close. Interesting. And it kind of put things in perspective for me. So I went, you know what? You're really right. And it's funny. My friends, they're in their low to middle 20s. And their mindset's completely changed since I've met them. So now they're investing and doing some amazing things with their life. In fact, several of them were telling me that how their family views them differently right now and how their parents view them. Some of their parents really don't understand. They're like, I don't get this crypto thing. I don't understand how you're making so much money. So it's kind of interesting, but it kind of made me sad to think that a sunroof affected me so much yesterday. I went, you know what? They're right. I shouldn't be affected by that because there are some people that can't eat. Some people can't have some real life problems. And then I felt bad. And then I didn't feel bad. I felt bad at first, and it kind of set my stage for my night. But then I woke up this morning and I went, It kind of like replayed a night in my head. I went, why should I feel bad? Because everyone has an opportunity to change your life. And me being upset about the sunroof, there's probably someone in the world that were upset about their G6 has a wing problem on their $60 million jet. And you can make the same comment to them. So it kind of put it in perspective for me, saying, well, everyone has an opportunity. And why should I feel bad because something affected me like that? Because everyone has an opportunity. And it's kind of interesting. Right on cue. Look at this. Hold on. Right on cue. Beautiful Ferrari, beautiful Mercedes. And I was just about to say everyone has an opportunity to do and be as successful as they want to be. So why should I feel sad because someone's not able to eat? Then I dug a little deeper in my brain this morning. I went, well, maybe they don't have the opportunity. And then I went, they do have the opportunity. Because to me in life is very simple. When you wake up in the morning and you're able to see anything on social media or in the world or on television or wherever you see it, wherever, and you see that success is possible, you have the right to have that success. You do. You just need to go figure out a way to do it. Now, the problem lies is most people can't figure out a way to do it, and most people have an issue figuring out what to do. That's why 99% of the people, or maybe, I know it's in the 90s, live paycheck to paycheck. And the ability to make decisions like I'm going to make today, which doesn't really matter. I don't even know if I'm going to discuss that. The Queen was reading this morning. I kind of said something to her, and I don't know how she's feeling about it. So I was testing the waters a little bit. I'll tell you that in a minute. So you have the ability to change your life, change whatever you want to do. But most people have to figure out how to get there. And the only way they know how to get there, because they've been taught, is to have a job, go through that process, and that's really not something that'll probably end up working out too well for you. Yes, you'll be able to live. Yes, you'll be able to, have a home, whether or not you buy it or you rent or whatever you do. You may be able to buy a car, whatever. But that's kind of like existing. It's not really living. I don't know anyone that's gotten rich, wealthy from a job. If you have, it's cool to me, but I don't know of anyone. So I was thinking, then you have this little crazy company called Envy Social. And we laid it out since January. Now, not everybody's seen it. Not everybody in the world has seen it. But if you're watching me right now and you're in a predicament where you're not at the place you want to be, that's maybe because you're not listening. If you are listening and you're not there yet, It's just because enough time hasn't gone through yet, or you haven't put in the things that you have to put in to get there. Wherever you are in your life, doesn't matter. If you're making $100,000 a year, $100,000 a month, $100,000, well, I don't think very many jobs pay you $100,000 a month unless you're the CEO of the company. And if you're the CEO of the company owns you, you don't own it. But that's another subject. We talked about that in another wisdom walk. So I see people like my vegan friends start off with $500, $1,000. And I saw one of their accounts yesterday in just one of our phases. They're now making $4,000, $4,300 a month. And this person is in their 20s on top of their job. And they're sitting there looking at me going, it's happening to me and I still don't believe it. So it's so interesting, the things that happen when you believe and you put forth the effort, or you put forth the work. So I did feel bad at first when they were telling me that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You really shouldn't let a sunroof bother you. But it did. And I'm like, so I went to the Rolls Royce dealership and saw one that I really like. And told her, I said, do you want to go here? And I already know she's really uncomfortable because she doesn't want me to spend that kind of money. I can already tell because she's not into things like that. She is like so satisfied with anything in her life. She's just so happy just to be alive and have her family. And she's just, things like that doesn't matter. I think they matter to me more. So then I can tell she was a little bit, I don't know if I really want a Rolls Royce. So then I looked at another S-Class. I think that'll be S-Class number 10. Like, I guess it's the same thing. And she seemed to perk up a little bit more. Then, of course, this morning she goes, you sure you don't just want to fix the sunroof? I'm like, no, I don't want that car anymore because the sunroof's broken. And then I sit there and go, it's really funny that I make that statement. And I really shouldn't feel bad about that statement because you know what? I've worked hard my whole life. Yes, fortunately, I don't have to work hard anymore and I'm retired and money comes easier than it ever did ever before because I now have a system. And the system works every single day, every single minute. In fact, it was funny. I've been taking snapshots since, just to make her feel even more comfortable. I've been taking snapshots of my Daisy and Tron case since they're both in one of my wallets. And I started taking snapshots on June 7th. And from June 7th to today, which is, I think is the 19th, it's 9x. Like 9x. Did I say 9x? Yeah, 9x. 9x. In how many days is that? 12 days? 9 times. Then I showed her that and her eyes kind of like opened up a little bit. She was like, really? Then I looked at EtherConnect, where I made a post on our group page, I think 4 days ago. I said, those of you that doesn't need EtherConnect, their new coin is dropping. They're doing a pre-sale and the coin is 10 cents this morning. I will highly recommend you buy whatever you can afford. And I mentioned that to everyone, and many of you, I think several hundred of you, jumped in and did it. I'm sure you're glad that you did, because this morning the coin's at 46 cents, and it's still in pre-sale. For those of you doing the math, that's almost 5 times earnings. 5 times earnings. I had a buddy that's dropped over $1.7 million into the things I've told him to. And he says, I'm not done yet. He's putting in 7 million. He says, I want my 7 million to grow to 50 million. Well, it's only math. Doesn't matter how much you put in. Doesn't matter if you put in $20 or put in $20,000 or 200,000 or 2 million or 20 million or 200 million. The numbers are the numbers. So he said, do you really think I can get my 7 to 50? I said, well, in 12 days, in just 2 of the phases I have, I've 9x'd. So 7 million times 9 is more than 50. So the logic tells me, yeah, why not? You just have bigger, you know what, than I do, because I'm not dropping in $7 million. But that's on you. But it's all perspective. Everything is perspective. is perspective of me being upset over the car, feeling sad about it, and thinking, yes, some people can't eat, and I'm worried about a sunroof. But I should be worried about it, because if that's what I want to worry about, that's what I should worry about. Because I've given everyone that wants to listen to my voice an opportunity to change their life and do whatever they need to do to live however they want to live. And I do it for free. So why should I feel sad? So I went from feeling sad to not feeling sad. So I don't feel sad anymore. So if I want to be mad about a sunroof, I'll be mad about a sunroof. Because I don't want to have a sunroof. I hate cars that make noises. I hate when I'm driving. If a car has wind noise or any type of noise, it absolutely drives me insane. That's why I buy certain type of cars. So anyway, that's wisdom knock number 48. I want to speak on the people that started following me in January. In fact, I just saw a post this morning, a comment this morning that someone says, you know, and I think she's only been in for less than 30 days. She said she was able to get her car fixed. Funny, we're talking about cars. Get her car fixed using the funds in one of our investments, or one of our, I don't know if you want to call it investments. It's not really an investment because we don't invest in the stock market, or we don't invest in mutual funds or things like this. This is just a community of us that bounce ideas together. We invest in platforms that are going to go change the world, because crypto is going to change the world, whether or not you believe it or not. That's up to you if you don't want to believe it, but it's here to stay. Yes, Elon Musk can manipulate the market and steal from the market if he wants to, or steal from the community, because that's basically what he's doing. So I think I did a video on that, but you know what, while I'm here, I'll touch on that a little bit. It's brilliant what he's doing, but it's not ethical what he's doing. So he will do things like, Bitcoin is doing really well. Here's his mindset. And this is what he's done, by the way. Verified, this is what he's done. This Bitcoin thing seems pretty cool. So around 20,000, he buys like $1 billion, $1.5 billion worth of it. And he goes out and he says, I'm gonna start taking Bitcoin to pay for my cars. Well, there are many people that take Bitcoin to buy cars. You can go to Lamborghini of Newport Beach and buy a Lambo right now with Bitcoin, not a problem. There are many countries now are starting to take Bitcoin as their currency. I think El Salvador announced that they'll be just dealing with cryptocurrency now. So it's just a matter of time. Just remember, back in the day, we used to trade. We didn't have currency. We used to trade with seashells and animals. There was no currency. Then there was currency. Then there was credit cards. Then now it's going to be digital money. It's going to happen. Whether or not you want to believe it or don't want to believe it, that's on you. It's going to happen. You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. The government's going to try to regulate it and crack down on it because they want their share, but that's another story. Anyway, so Eli decided he's going to make a post, and he shot Bitcoin up because he's very influential. Bitcoin went from 20,000 to like 64,000 in like, I think 6 weeks, 2 months. So then he goes, man, I made a ton of money. I think he made probably 3 or 4 billion doing that, more than he makes in his car company. Now, his net worth is a lot because of the stocks, but I'm talking about hard cash right now, hard cash. So he made about $3-4 billion. And he's like, oh, that's pretty easy. So let me make a post saying that I'm not going to take Bitcoin. So he sold his Bitcoin publicly. Oh, let me make a post, I'm not going to take Bitcoin. So he did that. Bitcoin drops back down to like 37,000. Now, last Sunday, he makes a post. Oh, I think I'm going to take Bitcoin again because they're making it clean. You guys get it? You guys understand? I mean, this man is manipulating the market and stealing money from us. And he's got more money. He's like the 3rd or 2nd richest man in the world. But look, I'm not mad at him. Do whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you happy in your conscience and you can sleep at night, you do whatever you want to. I couldn't do that. What makes me sleep at night is the fact that I just saw Donna make a post on her pump and dump strategy. Yep. Yeah, but he's controlling the pump and dump. It's interesting. And I saw your comment this morning, Donna, about you getting your car fixed from these strategies. I just think that's just amazing. I hope whomever is looking at what we're doing and they're able to put food on your table, I'll give you the biggest hug in the world. If you're able to, pay an extra bill, I'll give you the biggest hug in the world. If you're able to retire your spouse, same situation. I'll give you the biggest hug in the world. I'm just happy for you. If you're able to retire yourself, even better. If you're able to go buy whatever car you've ever wanted in your life, even better. Buy whatever home you want in your life, even better. Go open up an orphanage, even better, 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 better. So, what stage you are. Like I just showed the Queen this morning, I'm like, since just in 2 phases, and we have 11. I just showed her real quick as I was walking by to get ready for my wisdom walk. I said, from June 5th to June 19th, we 8 to 9x, and that's 13 days. Could you imagine what will be in this account 70 days from now? Or by the end of the year? Or by middle of 2022? We have a coin in one of our phases that's predicted to hit $471. No, I'm sorry. Predicted to hit $500 on March 2022. So far, there are 3 predictions that have made it. The coin's 27 cents right now. They're predicted will be 45 cents at the end of this month. Do you understand? If you were to put in $300, $3,000, $30,000, $300,000, $3 million, and I have to say that now because I have friends now that's dropping millions of dollars. My friend has $1.2 million in Tron case. $1.2 million. That means he makes I don't know, what's the math on that? 28,000, 32,000 a day. Yeah, about 32,000 a day, every day, 7 days a week. Anyway, see, now I'm doing my typo things again because now I'm losing track of what I was about to say. So, I don't know what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Anyway, so whatever, about the coin. So $300, $300, $3,000, $30,000, whatever you have. And it goes from 27 cents to $500. Do you understand what March of 2022 will look like? No, here's the other side. It could not. Let's say it doesn't go anywhere. And you put in I think I did the math. $300 turns into 670 grand. I'm not sure how many of you guys looking at this right now that's got 670 grand liquid sitting in your bank account. But I will probably guess to say not very many, if any at all. What if that was sitting in your bank account in March of 2022? Because you decided to not eat fast food for a month, or cut back on a bill, or not go out this weekend and blow, because I know California's reopened again and everybody, I drove around last night and oh my goodness, it's like, everybody's out there just spending all kinds of money. What's your bar tab? I don't drink, so I don't know what people's weekend bar tab is. But what's your bar tab for the weekend? $300? Is that, no, I understand, and I do agree with this. Money can't change or can't buy an experience that you will have. I get that, because that's all we really have in this world is the experiences that we have and the memories that we have. So I think that's beautiful. But maybe you can skip the weekend of the bar tab if you drink and if you go to bars, and put that money and forget that you have it, and turn around 6 months, 8 months from now and have some serious money to change your life with. I don't know, just a thought. I do lots of thinking. Anyway, Wisdom Walk number 48. I'm done. You guys have an amazing, amazing weekend. I think we have our training call, or not training call, it's a Q&A. I do a Q&A every Tuesday and Saturday at 8 a.m. on Saturday and 6 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday. If you want to join it and you just have questions, I'm open book. It's joinenvy.com. like the word envy, envy.live. So we're live every Tuesday and Saturday. Join envy.live, and you can ask me any question you want. And some people are new to this, so they're a little bit, oh, I don't know what to do. So anyway, so there you have it. So let me say a couple highs. I haven't said some highs in a while. Hi, Gino. How you doing? Hey, Donna. I know I talked about Donna this morning. Hi, Gabrielle. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl, are you back yet from, I think you're back from California. I know you're in California. You didn't come meet me either, and you're in Seal Beach, and you're like just one city away from me. But that's okay. We'll see each other soon. Who else do we have on here? Okay, I think my live is going too long. I try to keep it around 20 minutes now. I think this one probably hit 30 minutes, but I haven't done a 30-minute one in a while. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. It's gonna be, if you're in Southern California, it's gonna be pretty warm. So stay hydrated, and don't be sad, like I was sad. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.